Is there any questions that you wish I'd asked or that you would like me to ask? Or anything you think I've missed out?
No. One of the questions one of the tutors asked me at the beginning was, what's the difference between a walk in the woods and a labyrinth walk? And I think one of the things I like about the labyrinth is the versatility. It can be a finger labyrinth. It can be walk in a house or a park or a home, or I'm going to be doing it in a church hall. Or you can do it in a woods. So it's got that versatility, which I like. But walking a labyrinth in nature is very powerful. Very, very powerful. Because you're slowing down to nature. Feeling the rain and feeling the sun, smelling the earth between. I like to walk it barefoot, so that's also very powerful.
To recreate it at home, and made a big enough spot, how much space would you need? And
well, you can do a finger labyrinth, so you could have a piece of paper the size of A4. You could go onto YouTube how to draw a labyrinth, and there'll be quite a lot of clips on there, how to do it. It depends what you want to do. I was thinking of doing one in my, I have a sun terrace, which is about maybe 2 meters wide. But the path will only be about 18 inches wide. And I kind of think I would like to do the pattern in shells on there, but I haven't got round to it yet. So you wouldn't be able to walk it, but you'd still see it as a pattern, which I quite like because it's quite pretty. So if you want to walk a labyrinth, I'd say the smallest amount of space you could do it on would be about, what is that? 2 meters square. And you could do it in your own house out of any objects you've got. Scarves, pebbles, anything. But so if you're going to do it yourself, I'd say learn how to do a labyrinth. And on a piece of paper, learn how to draw it so it's embedded in your head. And then transpose it into something bigger so that you can walk it after that.
So I run a meditation centre and we also do yoga. And so I'm thinking if I get a load of the yoga belts, I could make a labyrinth out of them.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
That'd be a good thing to do at work.
A good practice, yeah. So when I did it at the yoga studios, I did it out of flowers. And if you go to a florist, I've just discovered this recently, proper florists, they cut off their flowers that are no good. And there's still lots of pretty flowers and great long stems. And they'll give you a bucket full of them for nothing. They just go in their compost. So you can do that. And the nice thing about that is you bring in the nature in.
Yeah.
And people connect because what I found, we'll talk about using the labyrinth as a metaphor. When you stop and you kneel down and you look for whatever reason, whatever it is, another frequent experience I've had is somebody will say, I picked up a crystal or a white feather, and I was just thinking about my grandmother who died, and the white feather makes me think about that. And on that sort of thing. And I had one labyrinth where I had an old beaten up coin off the beach, and in the reflections a man said, I was just thinking about the labyrinth, how beautiful it was and how everything was natural and there was nothing of mankind in it, nothing man-made. And then I stopped and I stumbled across this coin. And then I thought, yeah, the only thing that's man-made in the universe, this beautiful universe, is spoilt and dirty. And I thought, ooh, an interesting metaphor there. So I left my coin in.
Almost we can see whatever's relevant to us, we can see in that experience.
Yeah, that's why I quite like having more natural things in that speak to people.
So you've heard about my cynical moments. Do you ever have any cynical moments?
Yeah, oh gosh. Yeah. I feel like I am quite a big cynic, but you're going to put me on the spot and ask me what. But I think almost lots of things. When people tell me they've had this. For example, here's a great one. Living in Cumbria, God. I went into a shop one time and I said, I've got this really, really bad cold. I feel rotten. And somebody said to me, go cold water swimming. And I just think, great. I want a hot water bottle and an aspirin. and the amount of people who kept telling me, if you go up a mountain in the middle of winter with a pickaxe and jump in the lake, it'll make you feel great. And I feel very cynical when I hear that. And then I hear them going on about it gets rid of depression and it does this and it does that. Yeah, I'm a big cynic on that one. And I haven't tried it.
All I can think is it's nice when it stops.
I know. My friend at work, my boss, she's going on telling me, oh, it's the best thing I ever done, and it's this and it's that, and you must come and join me. And I'm thinking, well, in that heat wave, that was the first time I was tempted. So I'm quite cynical about lots of people's remedies. So I suppose if I was listening to me ranting on about the labyrinth, having never experienced it, I'd be thinking, yeah, whatever. And I used to be very much, it's all right for you.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, nothing works for me. Everything, it's your life's sorted and fine. Look at you. Whereas I've tried this, I've tried that, and I used to be very much stuck in that space for a lot of my life. Mm.
And so it's hard to access kind of any of the alternative things that I'm talking about, and all the different people I'm talking to. It's like if we're in that stuck place.
It's exceptionally hard, and the labyrinth, like all of those things, possibly won't work for you at that moment. But that's when I say it's a metaphor for your whole life, and it's actually okay to be in that stuck place, and you can be in that stuck place for years and years and years. It's still okay, and give yourself permission to be stuck, and love yourself in that stuckness, because one day you'll come through it.
That might be a good moment to end, mightn't it?
It might be a good place to end, yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.